You see, with my teacher or my master, Osho Rajneesh, I was just curious. I went along for a look. Well, look what happened to me.
You said like there has to be love here between the master and disciple.
Yes.
But how can one disciple have a love here with the two masters?
It is difficult because different teachers teach in different ways, so quite often it's confusing. It's best to be with one. And so you find someone who's walking the truth. You watch them, you test them to see if they're real, and then you be with them. To be with two masters is like riding two horses at once. It doesn't work because teachers teach in different ways and even contradict themselves, let alone other teachers. And that's very confusing for students. And so when I was with Osho, I was with Osho. When I was with Isaac Shapiro, who was also another teacher of mine, I was with him. When I was with Gangaji, who was also a teacher of mine, I was with her totally. Because you can't be with more than one, because they say different things that are confusing. You can love all of them, but you can only be with one. And in that one, you die, and then there is no more. There is no more you. There is no more them. There has never been a teacher. There's never been a disciple. There's only ever been beingness, that we are.
I find that teaching is the 100% same. Like if I listen to you, then I can see my master's face, and when I listen his satsang, then I can see your face because he spoke about exactly same. That's why I got drawn to you because I'm following him from last like the 15 years.
Yes.
So because you here in the birth and then your teaching is 100% similar to him.
Yes.
That's what he told, and that's how I end up here. But now I've been with him 15 years, I can't turn the face away from him, and then I don't not coming to you as well.
It is completely up to you what you do. I just telling you what I know works. I'm a very pragmatic human being as far as being human is concerned. I'm only interested in what works. You cannot ride two horses at the same time. You see, when you come to someone who's a master, you're coming for your death. And if you're riding two horses, when death gets close, you'll swap horses. You don't come to a master to survive. You come to a master to die before the body does. It's not good to have a second chance somewhere else. It's best to be total, always. And your other teacher would say exactly the same. What's required of the student is total trust, because the teacher is going to take you into your death. And if you can't totally trust, you will not come. You'll question it. And this is hard for people to understand because they want to bargain with it. They want to make a deal of some kind. There is no deal. You give yourself the truth or you do not. You're playing with one master, be careful. You're already in trouble. The beauty of a master is the master doesn't want to serve your ego. The master wants you to become free. That's all. But your totality is required for that to occur. Partiality in the game of enlightenment does not work. Your other master is probably very beautiful, but he's not here right now.
Yes, it's not you.
Mm. Well, the teaching shouldn't be different. but it's the way it's taught that can be different. Every teacher who's awake is teaching surrender, and different ways to that. There is no other answer. But if you get close to me, you will die, and then you'll know yourself as truth. But there won't be anything left of you as an I, just truth. And that's hard to conceive of because the ego or the mind always thinks of itself in the picture. But actually what happens is there is an absence of you in the picture. Unconditional surrender is the death of the ego. It's the death of that part of the mind. And this puts you in the right place for awakening. But the ego never awakens. It can't. It's a dream. It just disappears. It's like you've gone to a fancy dress party and somewhere in the night you've actually forgotten that you're not the costume you're wearing. You think it's real. You think you are somebody that is like that costume. But it's not true. The master is to show you the truth of who you truly are, and then the costume is seen for what it is, fraudulent. There is no connection at all between ego-based reality and being-based reality. No connection.
So if I start with you, then what should I do?
You're already here. There is only now. You have already started. It's too late. You see, with my teacher or my master, Osho Rajneesh, I was just curious. I went along for a look. Well, look what happened to me. Curiosity killed the cat. It took me a while to work out the deal, though. It took me a while to work out that the only way to enlightenment is unconditional surrender, which means everything for truth and nothing for you. Because, of course, it was the ego that wanted enlightenment, but the ego never wakes up. And so once you recognize the deal that the I has to die, in the love affair with truth, the I becomes willing to die. It gives itself to truth, so truth can live this life instead of the I. And so sometimes it's said that someone who's awake is living as God because God is everything, omnipresent. And there's a certain truth in that. But everybody is living as God. It's just that people don't know that. They think they are this somebody, this I, but it is not true. I'm speaking to myself. We are one.
Just help me to surrender you.
Sorry?
Help me to just surrender you.
No, you surrender. I can't help you do that. No. It's up to you. This is your deal. I can be here as a light so you can fall in, but you're the one that has to surrender. I can't do that for you. You're the one that has to give up your life. All those who have awoken have given their life to truth. There's no other way. They've given their life to God. There is no other way.
Then tell me what to do next. How I'm going to surrender.
Surrender. I just told you. Satsang is a destructive process. You come to satsang and you get taken apart piece by piece by piece until there's nothing left, unless you hang on to something, and then there's something left. But satsang, the energy of satsang, undoes everything if you allow it to. If you just keep letting go, it undoes everything. The moment you say no, you're stuck. If you keep saying yes, you're on the right track. And so with my teachers, I found a yes, because yes is the only thing that works. And this is why you need to be with someone you can trust, because there's a lot of teachers out there that you can't trust. You need to watch your teacher and see if they're walking their talk. And then, once you see they are walking their talk, then you have to trust them, because they're going to take you into the unknown, and you have to trust. Otherwise, you can't go. You come close enough and you die as an eye. And then you'll know that there was no teacher, there was no student, there was always just beingness.